Number 5 was a movie that is getting a lot of awards buzz, I believe, and I loved it. Moonlight. Moonlight was a very intimate, sometimes hard to watch movie about someone growing up in such a heartbreaking, heartfelt story with great performances. We had to go out to an indie theater in the city to try to find a place where we can see this movie.
I'm glad we did.
Yeah, it was very, very good. I strongly suggest seeing Moonlight.
Mahershala Ali in the movie had one of my favorite performances of the year. He's definitely had his year with Luke Cage and House of Cards. And another movie that I just saw, that's technically in 2016, called Hidden Figures. He definitely has had his year, and he was amazing in this movie. Naomi Harris was in this movie. All the performances were incredible. Moonlight is a movie that needs to be seen. If you have not seen it, I insist that you do.
Okay, so number 4. We're getting down to the wire here. These are some of the movies that I loved with every ounce of my being. Number 4, I'm not even going to intro it, because it needs no introduction.
Yes.
Arrival. Now, you've heard everybody talk about this movie. It was the talk of the town. Amy Adams did such a good job in the movie. A lot of the scenes where they're communicating with the aliens, you thought maybe this is going to get old after a while. It never got old.
This was the thinker of the year. This is the movie that I sat down and just absorbed me and had me thinking about the concept for days, weeks after I saw the movie. It's beautifully filmed. It's directed by one of the new great directors that's going to be around for decades to come, Denis Villeneuve.
Cannot wait for Blade Runner.
His name is confusing, but that man is awesome. This was a fantastic movie that everyone needs to go see. It's heartbreaking, it is intense, it is exciting, and it is a lot of fun to watch. Okay, so number 3 is a movie going a little bit light here, but not as light as it could have been. And we're talking about Disney's new film, Zootopia.
What? Zootopia isn't fun and happy and cute animals?
It is, but that's not all it is. It's also a deep and thoughtful comment on race and sort of fear-mongering, and it is a fantastic movie. It exceeded my expectations. I was already looking forward to it, but I could never have dreamed it would have been this good.
It's really a great balancing act, because you have to get that stuff in there for kids, so the cute animals and the puns and the jokes, that's all very good. But then you also have to add in there that kind of deep and thoughtful commentary that this movie really provides, and in spades. It's such an ambitious, incredible movie that says a lot about our society, while also putting those messages in with a lot of very funny, very engaging adventure comedy. Definitely check it out.
Okay, so our number 2. After I saw this movie, I was absolutely in love with it. When people went up and asked me what my favorite movie of the year was, for the longest time I said this.
Sing Street.
I said I could not think of seeing a movie this year I could like more than Sing Street. It's our number 2, so a movie really is that good.
What?
But still, Sing Street was incredible.
Yes, this is a great movie with incredible performances. Spoke to me and spoke to my ambitions. Because I think that a lot of kids have dreamed once about starting a band.
To impress a girl, no less.
And this really, really takes that and makes it appear on the screen. It's such a great movie, very engaging. I never once got tired of watching this movie. This movie could have gone on for 2 more hours and I wouldn't have cared.
5 more hours. There's no word to explain how good Sing Street is except masterpiece. Yes. It's a masterpiece. However, which makes it even weirder that there's a movie that we liked more. Duncan?
Number 1. I just saw this movie for the second time today to try to prove maybe it was only good the first time. Maybe it dissipates after the first time. And it doesn't. This is one of the best romance movies I've ever seen.
This is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's one of the best movies that that's come out in the past few years, and it's my number one of the year. And
It's my number one of the
I know
year.
it's this guy's too. La La Land.
La La Land was an experience that we don't usually get anymore, which made it all the better. This is a movie, I could spend 2 more hours talking about how great La La Land is. This is, as I said, probably one of my favorite movies ever made. It's probably my favorite romance movie.
It's one of your favorite movies ever made?
I think so.
Mm.
Like,
I'm gonna have to...
maybe in my top 20. I'll say probably in my top 20.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that
It's
for
my
like
favorite-
a long time.
It's my favorite musical. It's my favorite romance. It is altogether an astounding film.
Does Scott Pilgrim vs. the World count as a romance?
Kinda does. Then second favorite? No. All joking aside, this is a spectacular movie. Have anything you want to say about it?
I came into this movie hearing so many great things about it. And within the first scene, I was grinning ear to ear, having the time of my life. Just go see La La Land. Please, even if you don't like musicals.
I only went with a friend that hates musicals. And he also walked out saying it was one of his favorite movies of all time. So, please go see it.
Yes.
That's all we can say.
Yes.
Please go see it.
If you are a person that likes good movies, check out La La Land. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive, you won't regret it.
Okay, so those were our top 10 favorite movies of the year. What did you think? What were your 10 favorites? Was there any of our films that you didn't like? Did you not like La La Land? What's wrong with you? Was there any movies that we didn't put on here that you would have put on here? Did you like North of the North? What's wrong with you? We saw North of the North.
It was bad.
And I almost feel like we could have put it on here and just how remarkably bad it is.
Yes.
So,
Tell us what you think about our list. Tell us what you think about these movies. And tell us what you think about the new season of Sherlock.
Yeah.
Because that's been on my
Please.
mind recently.
Yes, please talk about that.
So talk about that a little bit, because that's been bugging me for the past,
Mull
few days.
that one over.
Yeah. Further the balcony is closed. I'm Duncan,
And I'm Finnegan.
and we'll see you at the movies.
Bye.
Bye.